Bonsoir madame et bonjour. Entirely Jett for McDowell at your service. And tonight we are going to Paris in France. And we're going to be doing a Travel Sized Smackdown, except this time, day trip to Paris. Can it be done without flying is the question. Flixbus on the way out, Eurostar on the way back. It is extreme, it is a day trip, and we're going to put it to the test. So, I'm going to enjoy this Couvre-Sort cognac, because, well, in France, I might as well have some cognac. I'll catch up with you at Victoria Station. See you soon. Yeah, it's currently chucking it down here in good old Blighty, so I think it's best we go into the coach station. Luckily, Flixbus's international services don't leave from the Green Line coach station behind me. The international ones go from London Victoria, which, I've got to admit, I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank God I'm seeing that building. Well, I've made it to London Victoria. Gate 17, Paris Bercey leaves at 1 minute to midnight. Just gotta wait for that Birmingham bus to depart, and then it's our turn. No idea when we're going to start loading, but I assume they'll do it slightly early on the grounds they got to do passport checks and shit. Right, let's get the hell out of Blighty. Paris awaits. Okay, all aboard, ready for the first leg down to Dover. I'm just going to give you a quick seat tour in just a moment. I'll show you what I've got in front of me for the next 9 to 10 hours. So I'm hoping I might get a good shot as we board the thing on the way out. So we've got a grey fabric seat with some green leather headrests. We've got this. Some snacks to keep me going, got some more for the next bit, and of course chargers, and I've got my GoPro for filming. Right, time to sit back, relax and enjoy the journey. For the love that's all it is fucking holy, I've got seat 2C all to myself. Okay, it's just coming up to 2 AM and we're just arriving into Dover. So we've got to clear all the passport formalities and then it's onto the ferry and straight sailing to Calais.
Imagine that.
Just at the DFDF stand. done our passport checks and customs, so we're all put through. It's 3 in the morning. Apparently we're due to catch a ferry leaving about 4 in the morning. Hopefully it won't be too long a wait before I can carry on. So we've got like a quick break. There's the bus. So I'm just going over to the terminal building to use the toilet, and then I'll head straight back to the bus. Okay, done what I need to do. It's time for me to head back to the bus. I try not to get killed by the death trap that is Dover Port, because it said there is a walkway for safety. I sure as hell can't find one. The sun is slowly rising over Dover, and you can just about see the cliffs, although they're not very white at the minute. Looks like our ferry's pulled up, and we're just waiting for our turn to get on. Nothing fancy for £7.50. Tea, croissant and some Cocoa Pops. As you can see behind me, we're on the move. We've just left Dover. Calais will be docking in about an hour and 40 minutes apparently. Looking forward to this crossing. Slight difference from the last time we did this. Now last time we got a little card that allowed us to go to the cafe and get food. This time Flixbus didn't give us anything, neither did DFDS. So it looks like that might have been discontinued in the 2 years since, but still not too bad. £7 for what I ordered. I don't want much, I'm pretty good with what I've had. What a beautiful sight back there. Let's try and make that a bit clearer. Fantastic. White cliffs of Dover as we're heading off toward Calais in France. Just a shame I'm not going to get a beautiful view like this when I come back on the Eurostar this evening. Oh. That is just absolutely excellent. Okay, it's probably a bit hard to see from here, but there's Calais and we're heading straight for it. I've got to be careful how I hold my phone, because the last thing I want is for it to go arse over tip and into the English Channel. And here's our lovely sun deck. It's not much, but I'll tell you what, for a 90-minute to 100-minute crossing from Dover to Calais, I think this is actually not too bad for this time of day. I've just come back to the main restaurant area because it's right next to the green staircase where I need to go to catch the coach again. We are very much closing in on Calais, so I'm going to get my GoPro, hopefully from a bit of us getting a bit closer to Calais, but Obviously, I don't know what I'm gonna get or not, because I'm obviously gonna have to shoot back downstairs to the Flixbus, because I do not want to be stranded on it. It is super bright with the sun staring me in the face, but welcome to the port of Calais. I'm going to need to head down towards the Flixbus shortly, so yeah, this is it for the ferry. Like that, on the road from Calais to Paris. The Flixbus needs to be topped up with diesel. Glad I'm not paying for it. It's €2.27 a litre. Lights at the end of the tunnel. We are minutes away from Paris Bercey bus station. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting off this bus. Dover-Calais, made it to Paris Bercey bus station. And stopped from planes, trains, everything was right. This place is an absolute shithole. Right, I don't want to spend too much time here. I have very limited time before I have to get the Eurostar back to the UK. Bonsoir from Gare du Nord, Madame et Monsieur. Right, Part 2 of the Travel Sized Smackdown, Eurostar. Right, I just got to figure out where the Eurostar actually leaves from, because I actually can't remember because it's been 3 years. Found the entrance, just got to get to Hall 2, which is where the British Eurostar services go from, because we got to pass through the EES checks and passport control and all that malarkey. So, without further ado, I say let's go inside. Okay, I'm up in Hall 2. We've got an ex-Dallas Eurostar over here, that's bright red livery. Very fetching, if you ask me. But I'm going to need to sign off because passport control on the EES is just over there. I need to go sort that out. Okay, so I've done the formalities. It took about 15 to 20 minutes. Not too bad, it could have been worse. There's a Eurostar down here, and I think this is going to be the one that's taking me back to London. Really looking forward to this. I've got about 55 minutes before we're due to depart, but we'll probably start boarding a bit before that. So I'm just going to get myself a pastry, a coffee, and chill out. So I'm going to catch you at boarding. We go in half hour, boarding has commenced, so I think it's time to get a move on. So we got that tray table, and just down here we got a footrest if you wish to use it. Although mine doesn't have much of a say. Plugins all right. And apparently there are chargers, although I'll need to dig them out. And then this is my view out the window overlooking another Eurostar. Bed on the Eurostar, nice comfy seat with these wonderful headrests. I kind of have a window, kind of don't. I've got a sliver from this one here, but I'm going to make the most of it. To be honest, half the journey's going to be underwater. So I'm going to hand over to this thing when we're due to go, which should be in about 20 minutes. As you can see, we're on the move, darting through Paris as we head towards the Channel Tunnel. And I think we're in for a nice smooth ride. Estimated to be in London about 6:30 GMT, so it should be a nice 2.5 hour crossing.
Fabric and the navy blue leather headrest. Pretty comfy seat, and there's adjustable armrests. This, I can't quite get to it, but they do work. I'm not entirely sure where the charging ports are though, still need to find those. Gone to the cafe cart. As you can see, here's the menu. We'll have a pause and look at that. Just come back from a quick visit to the Eurostar cafe. Got a nice little snack deal. £8 for some Pringles, paprika, and 2 Tribes Nomad, an exclusive hazy IPA beer that you can only get on Eurostar. Cheers. It's going to go down a treat, I'll tell you what. Okay, so it's just coming up to 6:15 French time. It's completely dark outside, and I think we've just gone under the Euro tunnel, so we're going to be underground now until we get to Folkestone in Kent. And okay, so I badly mistimed that. I can see it's dark outside. We're in the Channel Tunnel. I'll catch up with you once we're in back in the UK. You shouldn't be underwater for too long though. You can see we're back in Britain. Popped out of Folkestone through the Channel Tunnel, and we're about half hour out from King's Cross St Pancras International Station. Hopefully I can still get some good views and footage on the way in. I've just realised on this journey, like, that light, how dusty it is inside. It's not easy to clean them, but oof. Is coming up to 6:45, and we're just pulling into King's Cross St Pancras. Only about 15 minutes late, but that's negligible. It's a lot more on time versus the Flixbus I was on earlier today. Alright, I'm going to wait for everybody to get off, and then I'm going to do my usual bit and be one of the last people out the cabin. Something a little different from last time. It looks like the UK Border Force wants to see all our passports, which is kind of what I thought they were meant to be doing back at Gare du Nord. Unless this is just some sort of random inspection.
Well, I'm now through at Victoria, so I suppose you want the truth and nothing but the whole truth. So, Flixbus versus the Eurostar. Well, Eurostar, we had a great experience with that. Flixbus, it was a good experience. It was solid. It was budget friendly, way cheaper than the Eurostar, and even on booking in advance, you can get that Flixbus journey for about £25, which, if you ask me, is an absolute bargain and deal. Oh wow, having to pick one against the other. You know, it's a tight battle, but I think I'm going to have to give it to the Eurostar on that one. So, brilliant work there for the Eurostar. Won by literally just like a hoof, or whatever you want to call it. But I've been tired, Jett from McDowell. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Southern Airs, Travel Sized Smackdown. And I shall see you in the next one. Hopefully with some of the others eventually. But bye for now.